It's time for my monthly market report, but you would like to know more about what all these terms mean. I'm sure it leaves you a bit confused. Attrition rate, inventory, average sales, price discounts. Wow, do you know what all that means? More importantly, do you know how it affects you? Stay tuned. I'm going to break it down for you and give you my current market insights. Hi, it's me, Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor here in the Greater Palm Springs region. I record and post content here about the local market and the desert lifestyle because I love what I do. But more importantly, I believe that real estate should be fun and easy. I'm back, and you're back for the market update. And you'd like to know what all this data means and how it affects you. Nice. I mean, you really want to know. That's awesome. So I'm going to break it down and briefly decode it for you, so let's get to it. Median prices. Valley single-family homes closed at $690,000, which is down 1.4% from last year. Attached homes closed at $475,000, which is 3% less than a year ago. Now, these numbers are for the entire valley. Breakdowns of the same statistics for each city are on the chart I send out every month, and they're also linked in the video notes. This information is pretty important because it gives you an idea of where prices are and how they're trending. Buyers and sellers get an idea on prices for the valley as a whole or a particular city. The percentage change gives an idea of where prices are moving, and it shows trends. This is a rough idea, guys. If you need more detailed information about neighborhoods or subdivisions, give me a call, text, or email. I'm happy to decode it for you. I stay on top of this information every month, so it's pretty easy for me to do. Months of supply. The valley months of supply stands at 3 months, which is down slightly from last month, but it is up significantly from last year at 76.4% more. Months of supply is important because if no new homes are added to the market for sale, then we have only 3 months worth of homes to sell at the current sales tempo. This is also known as the attrition rate. It is one of the measures showing how quick homes are selling. The higher the demand, the lower these numbers will be, depending on inventory levels, of course. We'll talk about inventory in a few. These stats are also broken down by city and price point in the full desert housing report that you can find on my website and on my newsletter. Days on market. Days in market, days on market, potato, it's the same thing. This is the average time a property is on the market for the valley. This number can be higher or lower for any particular city, subdivision, or even price points. Currently, our days on market is 40 days. It is slightly below last month, but up 90% from a year ago. We are seeing it slowly creep back up, but it is still below our pre-pandemic average of 65-ish days. Each city and price point is broken down in the full report as well. BTW, we are not predicting return to those pre-pandemic averages due to the higher demand for desert properties. Why is this measure important? Well, sellers, you get an idea of how long it might take to sell your home, and buyers, you get an idea of what the average time homes are on the market for a specific city or price point. If a home has been on the market longer than these averages, the seller might be willing to negotiate. You never know unless you ask. And believe it or not, there are a lot of motivated sellers negotiating since sales are a bit slower than they were a year ago. Man, this is a lot of information. If you know of someone considering to buy or sell in the Greater Palm Springs region, give me a call, text, or email. I promise I'll take amazing care of them. Inventory is the current number of properties that are available for sale in the market. Our inventory stands at 1,741 units, which is down 126 units from last month and 13.7% more than last year. Inventory is hard to understand without looking at trends. We'll get to that soon, I promise. Over time, you can see how this inventory number has been decreasing since 2018. This demonstrates an increase in demand for desert properties and the resulting market activity. Now notice before 2020, we had 2 seasonal ups and downs. Those were normal for our market. Notice what happened after May 2020. You can see the result on our inventory due to the COVID rush and super high demand. Sales volume, also known as average unit sales. This is the actual unit sales activity that happened from month to month. For the Greater Palm Springs region, this is broken down into 2 graphs because of our seasonality. We have a 3-month average and a 12-month average. We break this down because this seasonality significantly affects our sales activity and metrics. It's easier to break it down into these 2 graphs to show our seasonality as well as trends over, year to year. For the 3-month average, we currently have a combined total of 772 homes sold. Before the pandemic, June sales averaged between 900 to 1,000 units per month, give or take. Now, notice how the graph jumps up and and down as it follows our seasonal pattern. In May of 2020, we were still feeling the pinch of the California shelter in place. But immediately after, during what I call the COVID rush, it shot up to over 1,000 units per month and got as high as 1,300 units. Compare this to our current average of 772 units. That's like double. Now, the 12-month average removes this seasonality and shows the trends in how homes are selling year over year. Notice there are no seasonal ups and downs on this graph. However, notice how it shot up during COVID and is now slowly getting back down to what we would consider our normal activity. We're still far below pre-pandemic averages of 800 to 900 units. Before COVID, there was relative stability in this measure. It skyrocketed during COVID and is now slowly returning to what it was previously. However, we have seen the demand decrease a bit recently due to inflation and interest rates that have hit us since mid last year. These numbers are important because they show buyers and sellers how many homes are selling desert-wide and are a good indicator of demand. We are still down about 31% from our pre-pandemic average. Currently, we are at 585 units per month. Higher sales and lower inventory will push our prices higher, and lower demand and increased inventory softens our prices. Basic economics, right? Selling over list price shows how many homes are selling above the asking price. This graph clearly demonstrates demand, but more importantly, the level of competition. This time last year, more than 55% of homes were selling above list price. Oh my goodness. Currently, we're at 17.2%. That's slightly above last month. It shows we're seeing good activity and homes are selling closer to list price. I believe if a home is priced well, it sells at list price or over. Pricing is very, very, very important and one of the major keys to creating strong interest in a property. Boy, it was a lot of information. I hope you understand it a bit more, but more importantly, how it affects you as a buyer or seller. So now you can make more informed decisions with confidence. Ta-da! My market summary? Oh, that's right. You came here for that. Sales are still hovering a bit below pre-pandemic levels, but it is slowly on the rise from the decreases we saw in the second half of last year. The market is stable because we have a good balance of buyers and sellers. And as inflation cools off, which is slowly happening, we will see interest rates creep down a bit, and then we will see more activity in our market, and especially across those lower price points. All in all, really good report card. Please like, comment, and share this video with a friend or family member who may be looking to buy or sell here. Watch this amazing vid about how I reluctantly got into real estate. It's a hoot. Bye! It's me! Now these don't do that. Although it's funny.